Better buy. Just check in. Check. 1, 2. What's up, fam? Injora 100% have sent me this because I asked, like a little internet beggar, please send me one of these mats. I've been looking out for a decent work mat for a long time. They're either too small, or they're insipid colours, or they're just poorly thought out, low quality, etc. This is a fully silicone mat. And why is the material important? Well, because silicone will take up to 1,000 degrees. Not all silicone, that is, but most of them will take up to 300 C. So you can use this for soldering without damaging it. And I do a fair bit of soldering. It wipes clean really easy. Another thing that's great about this mat, this is the INJORA buggy that I'm working on. This thing is huge. The wheelbase, and I can check the wheelbase by looking at the mat, is 400. It's around 400 millimeters. This thing is huge. Let's get that out of the way. If you're looking forward to seeing that, the build is called the Hulk. It will be coming up on the channel shortly. There you go, the Hulk's up out of the way. Many of you know this truck. This is Spidey, clad in the INJORA S5 Klingon with the Revolt, Team Revolt inserts. We are Team Revolt driver, so expect to see me using those. We did a test with the INJORA Silicones. They did really good. But for optimum performance, a custom-made 3D insert is going to get you that little bit further. This is one of my favourite trucks. This thing's brilliant. And as you can see, a perfect size and really well thought out. All these little sections for containing your screws at the front of the mat. Some mats are at the back. You've got to reach around. Not that I'm adverse to the idea of a reach around.
I never gave a reach around to a spider monkey while reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, God.
You have to reach around to get your stuff. So, another great thing, I've been using a slate to charge, but now I can charge my batteries. Is a top tip for you. If you've got an iCAD, they are one of the most stable desktop power supplies you can use for testing your vehicles. I always keep one of these charged on my desktop because I'm not worried about it bursting into flames just because I looked at it funny. There you go. That's the top tip for you. That's the reason why you watch these RC family reviews. So charging on here, I would put the charger on and my lithium polymer battery, and I would be absolutely perfectly happy that if things did go badly, it would mainly be contained on the mat, and anything that this was on would survive because the silicone acts as a really good insulator. So there you go, guys. That's another thing that you might not have been considering. All of these little sections down here. So if I was doing front axle, centre skid, rear axle, all in one go, in the orientation that the vehicle's on the mat, rear axle, any centre stuff, you know, centre link stuff, and then in the end one there you could put your front axle. So it's a nice little way of compartmentalising your parts, and you can even do left and right of the vehicle. Say this was the front of the vehicle, this would be your front right, and this would be your front left. So really simple, and I know a lot of mats have got these, but let me come to the last part, and the reason why I've been extremely dissatisfied with these in the past, and that's the measuring system on these is usually terrible. So it will have a reference marker here, and none of these are even close in my previous experience. But if we mark that up on there and we drop it down, all right, let's do it so we can see what we're doing. Right, I'm going to put this end dead on the 30. I'd say it's about 1mm off. Now for an elastomer, I'm not sure if silicone's an elastomer, but for a non-rigid measuring surface, this is really, really close. I know if you was on like an acrylic system or something like that, you probably would get a little bit closer, but for something that's made out of silicone, that is going to give you all of the benefits that you get from, you know, being able to solder on it and stuff. This, you're going to be able to beat on this. I'm not sure if this is a healing surface if you was to cut on it. Maybe I'll let you know about that after a little bit of use. But I needed a build mat. I reached out to INJORA and I said, would you like to send one of these to me for review and for me to build on? And they said, we would love to. I see your channel's doing very well these days. Thank you. Thank you. We are at 2,000 subs. I've put a lot of work into the channel, blood, sweat and tears, and it's paying off. And you guys, well, you're great. I'm not going to promote an item to you that I'm not going to be happy using myself, or that I don't think is worth the money. This right here, it did come to me for free. I would 100% recommend getting one of these. The only thing, if I was to pick one thing out, where they are really tightly rolled to send them out to you, the tightest end is still sitting up a little bit, but this has only been down a few hours and it's already started to relax down. I would imagine if you was to hit that with a hairdryer, I don't have a hairdryer, but if you was to hit that with an hairdryer, I bet that would lay straight down. And I would imagine in a few days that'll be laid completely flat. Good job, INJORA. Thank you for sending this to me. If you like this, guys, I'm going to leave a link to it in the description down the bottom of the video. If you like this sort of content and you appreciate the stuff I do, thank you. I really appreciate you. If you do use any of the links in the description, we get a little kickback. And just over there to my right is Venom. If you'd like to enter to win an incredible LCG crawler, please just have a pound in that, because that also supports us. Bye for now.